Hi, Dave Roscoe here. It is Thursday, May 22nd, 2025. And today we're going to talk about some more fake news designed to spread FUD. I'm also going to talk about what I'm doing with respect to cataloging the Pi Network wallets and why I'm doing it. And I want to talk to you about the recent headline about a SUI hack. So stay tuned for that. But first, the metrics. The circulating supply is at 7.2 billion pi, with 20.4 million pi migrated in the last 24 hours, representing 59,611 user accounts. There is 35.5 million pi in the Pi migration wallet. Migrated unlocked rewards is at 2 billion pi, with 7.9 million unlocked pi now free to be traded on the open markets. Looking at the price action, the Pi coin continues to hold above the 80-cent mark, currently trading at 81 cents, which is down 0.95% from this time yesterday. The market cap is at $5.92 billion. And let's see what the ranking says based on market cap. The Pi coin is number 26 overall on market cap. Not bad for a new coin, I'm telling you. I like it. The daily trading volume is at $258.28 million, which is down 43% from this time yesterday. It's okay. It's still respectable. And if you look at the chart, we had some ups, we've had some downs, and we appear to be stabilizing at around 82 cents right now. Who knows what's going to happen? We got Bitcoin hitting record highs, and Pi coin looks like it's trading a little sideways. It can go either way, so we'll have to just keep an eye on that. Take a look at this guy here. He says that the Pi network is the biggest scam of 2025. Users farmed it for free and lost everything. CEO Nicholas Kokolas vanished millions with insiders. I've spent 100 hours to expose the scam behind Pi. This is very interesting. I don't know how he spent 100 hours doing this when it seems like all he did was regurgitate Dr. Altcoin's post. I could have saved you a lot of time. And let's dive into what he's claiming. Before we dive in, he pitches his own project. Very humanitarian of you. What was Pi Network, mobile mining app, blah, blah, blah. We know what Pi Network is, not what it was. We know what it is. No token, no liquidity, no transparency. We weren't open mainnet. So he's making a straw man argument here. And as far as transparency goes, in the earlier days of Pi, they were actually quite transparent about what was going on, what they were planning. It's in the recent years that they've clammed up. I've been in since the beginning. Trust me, I know. They used to be far more communicative. 2025, Pi finally listed. The market immediately nuked. 75% crash in days. Why? Because insiders dumped while users had no liquidity access. Now, that's just not true. It did dump because everybody was selling their Pi. Everyone who could. Now, mind you, not everyone, but a lot of people who could did. And I will tell you right now, I've seen a lot of people in my comments who were just average users like you and me who managed to sell during this time. So it wasn't just insiders. Yes, he's correct. A lot of people did not have access to their Pi and couldn't sell during this period, even if they wanted to. But that's just a fact of life. And that, for the most part, still holds true even when the price was low. So this is, again, a straw man argument. Most users couldn't sell. Yeah, I already covered that. You're right. Pi Network faced red flags from the start. In 2021, 17 gigabytes of user data leaked in Vietnam, not from the Pi core team. This came from a scammer site that was used to dupe people. This is like day one open mainnet false information. This did not come from the Pi core team. Chinese regulators warned about the data harvesting. Yeah, because of stuff like this. Again, no proof whatsoever that the Pi Core team ever leaked anything. This was scammer sites collecting user data to scam them and then leaking it. I mean, hey, if you're going to collect that data, you've already stolen everybody's money. Might as well make money selling their data too. Why not, right? Even Bybit's CEO called them a scam. Yeah, he did. And here we are still today. Picoin up 80 cents in the top 100 cryptos. And Bybit CEO has been awful quiet. This isn't their first controversy. Yeah, we know, blah, blah, blah. More misinformation, insider trading. Okay, here's the beauty. Look at this. This is Dr. Altcoin's image. And look at the wallet, Pi Foundation 2. I got news for you. If you believe any of this, please unsubscribe from me right now, because I've already covered this. The Pi Foundation 2 wallet is where user wallets are created and where migrations happen. And on this day in particular, I reported the number of user accounts that were migrated and this exact total Pi. It did not get sold. It ended up in user wallets. And a lot of users that day were happy that it did. You wasted your 100 hours, okay? And I don't believe you, by the way. And you're just spreading misinformation. Now that Dr. Altcoin isn't doing it, you've picked it up and decided to do it yourself. You got to be careful about what's out there, okay? This is a clear misrepresentation of the facts. And you have to wonder why it's being done. Does this guy really hate the Pi network? Is he even invested in it? If he's not invested in it, why would he spend any time trying to convince others to get out? More likely, he's getting something out of doing this. He spent a lot of time making this presentation. So what's he getting out of it? That's what the question you have to ask yourself. So Sui had a bit of a problem today. The Cetus smart contract suffered a hack, resulting in the loss of $223 million. And that's been circulating around social media today. And I'll read you what it says. We've learned that a Cetus smart contract was hacked this morning for approximately $223 million. And Cetus subsequently paused their smart contracts to prevent further theft. Cetus worked together with other DeFi protocols, the Sui Foundation, and the Sui validators to collectively protect the ecosystem. A large number of validators identified the addresses with the stolen funds and are ignoring transactions on those addresses until further notice. Another DeFi hack resulting in the loss of millions of dollars. They may get most of it back. Maybe they'll get all of it back. Maybe they'll just get some of it back. If they don't get all of it back, somebody's losing their money. If they get all of it back, a lot of people lost some sleep over this. And it just goes to highlight that DeFi environment is inherently dangerous. Smart contracts are just computer code. And like any other computer code, they have weaknesses, vulnerabilities that can be exploited. This has happened here. I've mentioned this several times. There is a very, very good reason why the Pi Core team is moving slowly on decentralizing to avoid a lot of these problems. At least I assume so. It'd be a shame if they took all this long, rolled out everything, and we got hacked on day one. I sure hope that's not the case. I like to think that they're taking all of this time to make sure that their smart contracts are bulletproof before they roll everything out. So I wanted to tell you about something I started this morning. I decided to go through and trace all of the important Pi network wallets that are owned by the Pi Foundation. And my goal here is to identify every wallet, where they came from, what they're used for, and more importantly, identify each and every wallet that's associated with the Pi Core team's compensation, which represents 20% of the total supply. Now, right now, I can tell you that the Pi Foundation 4 wallet is where all of these wallets reside. And they're all funded with 2 million Pi each, totaling 20 billion Pi. There's nobody out there that has all of these cataloged. And the reason I'm going to do this is because I'm going to watch them. I'm going to set up automated scripts that will compare the activity on them to see what's going on. Now, I'm not saying that the PyCore team is doing anything wrong, but this will actually help me combat the people putting out false information. When they said that the PyCore team's doing this or doing that, I can look at these wallets and tell them exactly why they're wrong and provide assurance to everybody watching that what is being said is false and that this is the real story. I am trying to build on my repertoire of fact finding that will allow me to combat the negative information that's being put out there. Stick with me on that. As I progress through this project, I will keep you updated. And at some point, I will have a collection of tools that will allow me to provide information that nobody else out there can give you. Well, that's all I've got for today. As usual, if anything breaks, I'll get back on here and let you know. I'm sorry this video was late. I've been kind of busy today. But in the meantime, don't panic, stay the course, and remember, the success of the Pi network begins with you. Pi to the moon. Peace.